The most lame excuse, there are no jobs. That's the lamest excuse. There are no jobs. Oh my goodness. I have never gone to, which are the websites, Brighter Monday. I've never gone to the newspaper and seen the job area empty. I have never seen an empty job website in my life. There are no jobs, lies. There are no people to fill those jobs. Become one of those people. And even if there were no job, create a job for yourself. Who is Waithaka Gatumia? Well, I guess for the sake of this conference, I am Waithaka Gatumia and I serve at Centonomy as CEO, but I'm excited to be coming to a Christian meeting because I am a believer as well. The Lord found me at 10 years old and He has been faithful until now, and so I am glad to be sharing with other believers. Yes.
I would love to know how you first got involved into the field of financial literacy and also in the management of it.
Great. So I fell into it. I was running a company. We were doing audiovisual production, and one of our clients was this company called Centonomy. And I remember attending a conference that our founder Washeke was doing for women, and she was talking to women and she was saying, women, listen to me, men are in clubs, they're in bars, and they're discussing business and they're doing deals and they're doing all this. And being one of the only men in the room, I was with one of the other suppliers at the back of that room, and we're looking at each other and we're wondering, which clubs, which bars are these that people are having discussions about money? I was not in those places. And so we had a chat with her and said, what you're talking about, financial literacy, is for everybody. Even men are struggling in this area. And that's where the journey began. So we started working together. I was doing a lot of the production work for Centonomy, which meant I was around this material a lot of the time. And then eventually a few years later, they were looking for trainers. And one of the principles that we have here is they say, if you have time and you have talent, use it. So they were looking for trainers. I said, you know what, I can communicate. I know the material very well. I've been trying to practice it. Why don't I try? And I joined the training team as a part-time trainer. And a few years after that, don't even think it was too many years after that, Washeke came to me and said, Waithaka, can we work together? And I said, yes, please, because I want to learn about this stuff. So I joined the team and have grown out through that period of time.
Okay.
Yes.
And what are some of the challenges that you have had during all this time?
Wow, you want to know challenges? There are many. Maybe the big one that I can talk about is having to pivot during COVID. So Centonomy, for pretty much most of our time, had been an in-person physical training company. And that meant that you would have a training hall, you have a trainer in a room, and you provide the service that way. And so in March 2020, when President Uhuru declared that all in-person learning shall end, that meant our entire business was shut down. And that was a huge challenge because at that time we had about 400 students who had already signed up for the classes. They were in class. They were supposed to be coming that week. I remember it was a Saturday that it was announced. Sunday is when it was confirmed. So essentially we brought the team in on Monday and said, okay, do we close down or do we do something about this? I said, we're not closing down. So we called in a consultant, and that Monday is the first time we had ever heard of this program called Zoom. Now everyone knows Zoom, but on that Monday, we learned about Zoom as a team, and we put all our students on Zoom, and we have never turned back. And it has been amazing because it has allowed us to expand into places we never thought we would. Centonomy now has had students from every continent on earth, and that's something. I mean, like, that you'd have a student in Australia, you'd have a student in South America at the same time, all of them learning this material because it has resonated with them and it has been able to help. It's challenging them to grow wealth, and it has helped them to see how they can achieve that goal. So it was a huge challenge, but by the grace of God, we overcame and we're still moving till this day.
Okay, amazing to hear
Yeah.
your journey. We'd love to know what has been your mentorship model. Like, have you had maybe models, mentors along the way?
Yeah.
You're just self-taught.
Whoever is self-taught is telling you a lie. There's nobody who is self-taught of anything, because humans have always built on somebody else's knowledge, right? And for me, it's exactly the same. It is building on someone else's knowledge. So in my faith, I've had many, many mentors, including my brother, my older brother, who came to faith before me, and because of his example, I believed in Jesus after I watched him and saw his life change. Older brothers in the faith at church, and a big reason why I joined St. Onome is because I was looking, this person, Waithaka, was running a profitable business, and I was like, how is this being done? It was a business I was running, it wasn't working the way I'd understood. So I said, let me take this challenge on and say, if somebody else is doing, can you learn from them? And she's been a huge mentor to me. So let me say something about mentorship, if you don't mind. Mentorship is not, please, young people, do not go to somebody and say, please be my mentor. That's a big mistake. Do not do that. You have to be of value to them. And so in every mentor relationship that I've had, the direction has always been, how can I be of value to you? How can I serve you? Because if I can serve you, I'll be around you. And that's all mentorship is that you'll be in the same space as these people. So all my bosses through my life have been mentors to me, and what that has allowed me is, if you go with your boss for a meeting, you're going to see how to run a meeting. If you go with your boss to do a proposal, you're going to learn how to do a proposal, but they're not going to carry you along if you are useless. So be useful. As a young person, if you want to be mentored, be useful. And use those who are in your networks to grow in that direction. So yes, it's always been a position, if you want mentorship, be useful to the person you're looking for advice from. Yeah.
Now, what kind of a legacy do you want to leave as a leader?
Wow.
Or what kind of a legacy are you building?
I pray that when I shall finish this work, that Africans will believe in themselves, in their value, and that they have the ability to build wealth. I know this material applies across to every continent, to every people, all different people. But my prayer is that Africans will learn to value themselves. This is the only continent that I've trained on where I'll speak to a business owner and ask them, are you paying yourself? And they'll proudly say no. When I speak to people from the West and they talk about their businesses, it's not even a thought that I would run a business not to make money. But on this continent of ours, we have business owners who say, I'm doing work and I'm not paying myself, because they have never actually valued themselves. And so if we can value ourselves as Africans, I think I'll have done my job by the grace of God.
That's a good legacy. So as we
I pray.
So as we finish this interview, a lot of people are struggling, especially young people. They don't know what to do with their finances. What are some, or maybe 2 tips that you could give the young generation in handling their resources?
All right, so I guess we'll talk about it during the conference, but we always talk about, just have principles in place that will help you manage your finances. 3 major principles that we need to learn. So number 1 is you need to pay yourself first. And paying yourself first is not sherehe on Friday. Paying yourself first is saving and investing as a priority. As in, money comes in, save some, invest some. Number 2, know where your money is going. Be purposeful about knowing. We talk about tracking our expenses. If you know where your money is going, then you can make better decisions. And number 3 is focusing on assets. assets put money in your pocket. So as a young person, of all the things you own, how many of them actually put money in your pocket? Those who have built wealth are those who have assets. And assets are the ones that now put money in your pocket and help you grow. But I will add one more thing, especially for young people: build value. It's kind of a paraphrase of what Dr. Miles Monroe said. And he was talking to young people and he was saying, don't chase after money, chase after value. Because if you are valuable, money will chase after you. And the thing is, we are often saying, pay me so I can do more. That's not the principle. It is you do more and they will pay you more. If you can show value, I assure you, you will find money and wealth in this world. So as young people, your job, not even just as young people, everybody, our job is to be of value. When you're valuable, money will literally chase after you. I'm always shocked when you look at celebrities and everybody wants to give them stuff. They have more money than everyone else. But brands will come to a celebrity and say, we want to pay you to wear our clothes. Why? Because they are so valuable in and of themselves. So how do you build your value? Always try and see, how can I add to the community, to the people, to the organizations that I'm a part of. If you work in a church, please show up earlier, leave later. Do more than is required of you. Don't just do what you're supposed to do. Extend yourself into spaces that shows I am too big for the space that I'm in. And good leaders spot such people a mile away, because you can tell this person will be of value to me. Bring them into my space. Money will find you if you're valuable. If you produce great videos, I can see your whole crew here. If you produce great videos, people will look for you to do that. But if you just do an average video, a normal thing, then it'll be normal and it's okay. But those who build wealth are those who are so valuable, people come looking for them. I hope that will help someone.
Yeah, that's amazing. Maybe what is the most lame excuse you could say young people are making when it comes to money?
The most lame excuse, there are no jobs. That's the lamest excuse. There are no jobs. Oh my goodness. I have never gone to, which are the websites? Brighter Monday. I've never gone to the newspaper and seen the job say area empty. I have never seen an empty job website in my life. There are no jobs. Lies. There are no people to fill those jobs. Become one of those people. That's the most lame excuse. And even if there were no job, create a job for yourself. Yeah, and I've seen that. I saw one of our students came to us and said she really wanted to work for an organization. They didn't have an opportunity. So what did she do? She looked at the organization, looked at it and said, where are there gaps? She proceeded to draw up a job description, went to the organization and pitched and said, you guys are missing this person. This person would change this, and within the organization, build value for you. This is the kind of person that you need. Oh, and I'm the one. She got a job. What excuse do you have right now? There are thousands of jobs, thousands of jobs available today. Just because you are not the person for that job, become the person. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, what should we expect maybe from you during the research conference?
What should you expect from me? Hopefully, pray that it will be a call to adventure. And the thing about adventure is that you don't always know the outcome. You don't always know the direction, but you know that there is something better out there in the world for you if you'll only step out. God has always been calling us out to adventure. Abraham, get out from your home, from the people you know, and go to a place which I will show you. And in that place is where Abraham found wealth beyond what he could believe. And that call is for all of us. Get up,